Hi, it's Ed Morrow here again, and just with another short message for you this Sunday. As you know, as believers in the Lord Jesus Christ, we meet every Sunday morning when we can. Obviously, during lockdown, we couldn't meet every Sunday morning, but now we're back to meeting every Sunday morning. And the purpose of our Sunday morning together is to remember the Lord Jesus Christ and to think on what He's done for us. And this morning at our worship service, one of our brothers, Sunil, gave out a hymn number 174 in the New Believers hymn book. And I just wanted to just use it as a method for giving you a short message today. And the first verse says, "High on a cruel cross of shame." In the times that the Lord Jesus Christ was alive on this earth, being nailed to a cross was a sign of shame. It was a cruel punishment as well, and it was something that he suffered. Mid mockery and scorn, it will tell you in the Bible that all the people that were gathered round watching the Lord Jesus Christ being crucified, they mocked him and they told him things like, "Well, you said you could save others. Come down off the cross and save yourself." Nailed with his superscribed name, above him on the cross it said, "This is the King of the Jews," wearing a crown of thorns. Not only did they beat him and whip him, but they wove together a crown of thorns and put it on his head to make him suffer even more. And then the second verse goes on to speak about what he did in his life. Friend of the friendless and the sad. And as I've spoken in previous weeks, friend of the friendless, he was willing to speak to the Samaritan woman at the well, the adulteress, the person who had many husbands and was living with somebody else. And also with the sad. We think of the widow of Nain's son, who wept o'er others' woes. And in one of the previous messages, we've spoken about how he wept over Lazarus when Lazarus was dead, left by the failing friends he had. Again, if you read in the Bible, at the night that he was betrayed, all of the disciples ran away and deserted him. Friendless among his foes, he was left to go to his trials alone, with nobody to speak on his behalf, only the false witnesses that came and spoke about what they thought he has done. But it goes on and tells us that what he was, giver to all of life and breath. And I think I spoke previously on the fact that everything was created through the Lord Jesus Christ. Nothing that was created without his input. And riches that endure. We are told that we should store up treasure in heaven. Ranked with the robbers in his death. And again, if you read in the Bible, it will tell you that he was crucified not on his own, but with a robber on each side of him. Poorest among the poor. The only thing he had was his clothes, and they took his clothes from him and they divided him up among the Romans that were there. Mocked by the mob that round him stands to view their work complete. They had decided that he was to die. They had decided that they did not want him and they wanted him to die. When they were given the option of who to crucify, him or Barabbas, they chose to free Barabbas and to crucify the Lord Jesus Christ. Nails through his holy, healing hands. We've spoken before about how he healed the sick, how he would make them well, and through his holy feet. Patient in suffering and shame to do his Father's will. The Lord Jesus Christ came to this earth for one purpose, to do his Father's will, to do what God him asked him to do. Perfect in life, in death the same, pleasing his Father still. He could have had legions of angels come down and rescue him, but he was willing to do what God had asked him to do, to come to this earth, to live a perfect life. No one could prove anything against him. Even when they had him on trial, they had to use false witnesses because nobody could prove that he had done anything wrong, because he had never done anything wrong. And in death, he was the same. He did nothing wrong. He even stood on the cross, was on the cross and said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." he pleased his Father still. And what we do on a Sunday morning is come along, and verse 6 says, pouring appreciative praise, from hearts his worth has won, to thee his God our hymn we raise, remembering thy Son. We come together on a Sunday morning to remember all that the Lord Jesus Christ has done. He is God, he is the Son of God, he came from heaven, he came to this earth, he lived a perfect life, he did so much good, healing so many people, and yet he was willing to go to the cross of shame and to die amidst all this mockery. And why did he do that? Well, he told us he came into this world to save sinners, people like us. Every single person in the world, he died for them, that they might be able to put their trust in him and be reconciled back to God. Not all hymns are perfect in what they say, but it's good to read some hymns and to sing some hymns and be reminded of passages in the Bible and go back to the Bible and read what it says there, and just to think on all that the Lord Jesus Christ has done for us. Thank you.